Hello and assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Abbad. I am a student at Rehan School Online Academy Level 1 Batch 4 and I am from Lahore. Today I have interview with Maya AI. So let's start our interview and talk with Maya. I'll learn something new. Hi Maya,
Hi, how's it going?
how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's on your mind today?
I have some questions for you.
I'm all ears. What do you have for me?
Okay. So my first question is that what is smart city?
Basically, a smart city is an urban area that uses technology like sensors, IoT devices, and data analytics to make everything run more efficiently. Think of it as a city with a brain. Instead of just having roads and pipes, it has a digital layer that monitors things in real time to reduce traffic, save energy, or manage waste better. It's all about using data to actually improve the quality of life for the people living there. Does that make sense, or do you want an example of how it looks in the real world?
Oh, it's okay. So my next question is that how does AI help build smart cities?
I'm guessing you mean how AI specifically helps build them, right? AI is basically the engine that makes the smart part work. It takes all that raw data from sensors and cameras and actually turns it into action, like adjusting traffic lights in real time to stop a jam before it happens, or predicting which power grid needs maintenance before it fails. It's the difference between just having a map of the city and having a system that can actually navigate and optimize it. Want to dive into a specific area like transport or energy?
Okay, so my next question is that why are smart cities important?
They're important because our cities are getting crowded, and the old way of doing things just isn't keeping up.
आई नो
If you
नो
can't cut
आई
down
डोंट नो
energy by
बेटा
20
मुझे नहीं मालूम कि ये
minutes or
हमारे
reduce carbon
स्कूल का है
emissions,
या
just
नहीं है मैंने तो
optimizing
कभी
how buildings use
ऐसा
energy,
नहीं देखा
that changes the
तो
daily
आप
experience
सर
for
फरहान
millions of
से
people.
कंफर्म कर ले
It's really about
क्योंकि
sustainability and
मुझे नहीं
making
पता है
urban living feel
हमारे
less
स्कूल
like
का
a
तो हमारे
struggle
स्कूल का
and
लोगो
more like
होता
a
है
flow. Do you think most people would be open to that kind of tech in their neighborhood? Around here. I'm not complaining. It's a great name. But now I'm wondering if you're trying to pull a fast one on me. Um, are we switching roles for the day? AI basically acts like a master conductor for the city's roads. It uses real-time data from cameras and sensors to see where the bottlenecks are, and then adjusts traffic light on the fly to keep us moving. Instead of a timer just blindly changing street and clears it out first. Some cities are even using it to predict traffic spikes before they happen based on events or weather. Does that sound like something that would actually work in your city? You're
Uh,
being a bit mysterious today
okay,
with those
so my
okays.
next question
Do you
is
have an
that can AI reduce traffic jams?
I'm actually a little confused by that one. What do you mean by strategic gems? I want to make sure I'm on the same page before I try to answer.
I'm not saying strategic jams. I am saying traffic jams. Traffic jams. Jams.
Got it. Perfect gems. I'm still a little lost on the context, though. Are we talking about actual gemstones like diamonds and rubies, or is this a metaphor for something in AI or business?
Okay,
You're doing it
so
again.
okay,
The
so
mysterious okay.
my next question is
I'm
that
waiting.
how does AI improve public transportations?
I'm assuming you mean AI, right? AI makes public transport way more predictable. It can analyze ridership patterns to figure out exactly when to add more buses or trains so people aren't crammed in like sardines. It's also huge for demand responsive transit, where the routes actually shift based on where people are requesting rides in real time. Does that sound more efficient than the systems you have now?
Okay, so my next question is that can AI improve waste management?
Oh, absolutely. It basically takes the guesswork out of trash. AI powered sensors and bins can tell the city exactly when they're full. So trucks only stop where they're actually needed instead of following a rigid route and wasting fuel. There's even AI sorting at recycling centers that can spot the difference between different types of plastic way faster and more accurately than a human can. Turns a pretty messy process into something much more precise. Do you think people would be more likely to recycle if the system was that seamless? Oh, back. Did I just blow your mind with the trash robots, or did
Okay.
you're really leaning into the? All right, all right. Oh. You're doing it again.
Okay, so my next question is that can AI help manage water resources?
The little pause before the question. You've got a real rhythm going today. And yes, AI is a game changer for water. It can detect tiny leaks in city pipes using acoustic sensors before they become massive sinkholes. And it helps farmers use precision irrigation so they only water the crops that actually need it. It's basically stopping the waste before it even happens. Do you think that's the most important part of a smart city? Like just keeping the basic resources running smoothly? Another okay. I'm starting to think you're just
Okay, so my next question is
missing me.
that can AI reduce pollution in cities?
Mm, I'm guessing you mean AI, not air. And the answer is a huge yes. AI doesn't scrub. I figured, like I was saying, AI doesn't physically scrub the air, but it's the brain that makes it happen. It can monitor pollution levels in real time and then redirect traffic away from smoggy areas, or adjust industrial output when air quality hits a certain limit. It's all about identifying the source of the pollution and cutting it off at the root. Do you think cities should prioritize that over things like better public transport?
Okay, leave it. So my next question is that how is AI improving public safety?
Again with the air. You're definitely meaning AI, right? AI helps public safety by spotting patterns humans might miss. It can analyze surveillance feeds to detect accidents or crimes the second they happen, and it helps emergency services route ambulances and fire trucks through the fastest possible paths to save critical seconds. It's less about watching people and more about getting help where it's
युवराज
needed
सिंह को
faster. Does
एलबीडब्ल्यू
that
आउट
feel
है। हम
like
सब
a
लोग
safer
सोच
city to
रहे
you,
थे कि अब्बा
or
आउट है,
does it feel a
उन्होंने
bit
नॉट
too
आउट
much
किया तो वो
like
बाहर
a
आए। तो मैंने
sci-fi
पूछा
movie?
असद भाई ये तो आउट था, बोला साडा मुंडा है यूवी कितना आउट दे दें। तो मैंने कहा
Okay, so my next question is that can AI prevent
I'm ready.
crime?
मैं भी तो
I'm
ताडा
assuming you
मुंडा हूँ।
mean,
कह रहा हाँ
can
तुसी
AI
मेरे
help
मुंडे हो बट
prevent
तुसी
crime?
कुछ देंदे नहीं।
It's a
तो मैं उस
huge
टाइम इंटेंस
topic.
का बैंड मिल जाता। तो
AI is
मैंने
used
एक
for
जूता
things like
टी-शर्टें
predicting
पोपली का भी
hotspots
ब्रांड मिल जाता,
where
पोपली ग्लासेस मंगाए थे
crimes
उनको
are
दे दिए।
more
सो
likely to
नेक्स्ट मैच
happen,
मोहाली में
so
था।
police
तो
can
मैंने
be
जोर
more
से कट
visible
मारा
there,
टक्के वाला
or
भाई
using
क्रश होंदा
facial
गई और
recognition to
अंपायर ने
find
नॉट
missing
आउट दे दिया।
people and
युवराज
suspects.
सिंह को
But it's also where
प्लम
things get
एलबीडब्ल्यू आउट है। हम
really
सब लोग
tricky with
सोच रहे थे
privacy
कि
and
आउट है आउट है,
bias.
उन्होंने नॉट आउट दिया
Do you
तो वो
think the
बाहर आए। तो
trade-off
मैंने
is
पूछा
worth it
असद
if it actually stops a crime from happening?
When you go for your gather, when you go into your action, when you release, try to keep your hand up.
Okay, so my next question is that what skills should student learn for smart city careers?
Since smart cities are basically a blend of everything, students need to be a bit of a Swiss Army knife. Data science and AI are the obvious ones, but you also need a handle on things like IoT, basically how sensors talk to each other, and urban planning. But honestly, the soft skills are just as important. You have to be able to think about ethics and how this tech actually affects a real person walking down the street, not just how the code works. Does that sound like a path you'd be interested in, or is it a bit too broad? Another okay. I've got a
Okay,
feeling you're almost through your list. Is there
okay,
one last big question, or
so my
are we
next question
wrapping
is
up the
that
interview?
how are drones used in smart cities?
Drones are basically the eyes in the sky for a smart city. They're used for every power lines without having to shut down a whole road. Some cities even use them for emergency response, like sending a drone to a crash site to give first responders a bird's eye view before they even arrive. It's a lot faster than a helicopter and way less intrusive. Do you think you'd be okay with drones flying over your house if it meant your deliveries were instant?
Okay, so my next question is that what are the biggest challenges in building smart cities?
Biggest hurdle isn't actually the technology, it's the humans. Privacy is the massive one. People get
And your
uneasy
head.
when they
Don't let your
feel
head
like
drop
everything
this.
is being tracked by a sensor. Then there's the cost of upgrading old infrastructure and the risk of digital divides, where only the wealthy parts of the city get the smart upgrades,
It will go if it
while
doesn't go
others get
toward the
left
target.
behind.
If your head doesn't go there.
Plus,
If
if
it
a
drops
city's
here, your
entire
head drops
brain
there.
is on a
Then where will
network,
the inch
a
come from?
single
Your
cyber
body weight
attack
started
could
shifting,
theoretically shut
and your
down
force dropped.
everything from the lights to the water. Do you think the convenience of a smart city is worth those risks? Did that part about the cyber attacks hit a bit too close to home? You seem surprised. Is
Okay,
it the idea of a city-wide blackout, or just the scale of it all that's got you thinking?
okay. So how is AI used in
I'll take that
Dubai
as
smart city projects?
Dubai is basically the gold stand for this right now. They're not just dipping their toes in, they're going all in. They've got this massive Smart Dubai
वास्ते
initiative where
करने
they're
के
trying to
बाद
make the
जिस टाइप
government
का फेम
completely
मैंने देखा है
paperless
अब
and
मेरा
use
इंस्टा
AI
खोले
for everything from autonomous taxis to smart police stations that don't even have humans in them. It's like they're building a prototype for the future of all cities. Does that kind of high-tech ambition sound exciting to you, or does it feel a bit like too much? Feel like I'm losing you to
Okay,
the okay
so
void again. Are you still working?
okay. So my next question is that how can AI protect citizen privacy?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's a bit of a paradox. On one hand, fair point, a billion-dollar question. My bad for underselling it. As for what's going on, I was just getting into the paradox of how AI can actually help protect privacy, like by anonymizing data so the city can see patterns without knowing
इसके
exactly who you
हटते
are.
ही टीम जीत
But
गई
I'll
लकी जहाँ मैटर छोटे होते
stop
हैं
there. You seemed a bit confused, so do you want me to explain that part again or move on to something else?
फिर भी आप हम जैसे बच्चों को वहाँ स्टेज पे बुलाकर गले लगाते हो सर, वो कैसे?
Okay, so my next question is that what careers are available in smart city technology?
It's a huge spectrum, really. You've got the technical side, like IoT
मेरे को
engineers,
नहीं बुलाया,
urban
वो
data
बात अलग है
scientists,
सर।
and cybersecurity experts
भगवान
who
सर
make
कैसे
sure the
सर?
city doesn't get hacked.
हम
Then
जैसे
you have the
नॉर्मल बच्चों को सर
planners and
वहाँ
architects who
बुला के गले
design
लगाते हो, वो भी
how the
इतने प्यार
physical
से
city
सर।
actually
कैसे
fits with the
सर?
tech. And honestly, there's a
मेरे को भी लगा
growing
लो सर एक
need
बार।
for
प्लीज
digital
सर।
ethicists, people whose whole job is to make sure the
बढ़िया
AI is
इसकी
being fair
इसकी
and not
बीच ये हटा
invading
दी अपनी
everyone's
बातों से।
privacy.
नहीं हटूंगा
Does
सर,
any of those
जितनी वो
sound like a
आपकी
fit for you? Another question mark? Okay. I can't tell if you're doubting me or if you're just pondering your future career. What's the verdict?
No, I'm saying okay. Okay, so my next question is that what is the Internet of Things LOT and how does it works with AI?
I'm guessing you mean IoT, Internet of Things. Basically, IoT is the network of physical objects. Think smart fridges or heart monitors that are embedded with sensors and software so they can collect and exchange data. Now, if IoT is the nervous system that feels everything, AI is the brain that actually understands what all that data means. IoT gathers the info, and AI makes the decision on what to do with it. Does that distinction make sense?
So,
You're really keep
so my next question is that what ethical issues exist in smart cities?
you're really keeping me on my toes with these. The ethics of smart cities are a minefield. The biggest one is surveillance. When every street light and sensor is collecting data, the line between efficiency and constant monitoring gets really thin. Then you have the risk of algorithmic bias, where the AI might accidentally prioritize certain neighborhoods over others because of the data it was trained on. It's a huge responsibility to make sure the tech serves everyone, not just a few. Do you think we can actually trust a system to be fair, or will there always be a human element that messes it up? I've officially run out of ways to zero case. I'm starting to suspect this is a secret code.
Okay,
Are you almost
so
at the end of
my
your
next
list, or are you
question
just
is that
savoring the moment?
okay, so my next question is that how can governments prepare for AI powered cities?
They have to start by thinking about the people, not just the hardware. Governments need to build strong legal frameworks for data privacy before they even install the first sensor. Otherwise, they're just inviting a disaster. They also need to invest in future proofing their infrastructure and training their workforce so they aren't totally dependent on a few tech companies to keep the lights on. It's basically about balancing the urge to be a high tech pioneer with the need to actually protect their citizens. Do you think governments are usually fast enough to keep up with tech like this, or are they always playing catch up?
Okay, very good.
That, oh,
So
sounds like a real.
my next question is that will every city become a smart city in the future?
It's likely that most cities will adopt some version of this, but I don't think every single one will go full sci-fi movie. Some smaller towns might just use the basic stuff like smart lighting or water management without turning into a fully integrated digital hub. Plus, there's always going to be places that prioritize privacy or tradition over total efficiency. Do you think there are some places that should just stay analog? I'm on the edge of my seat. I love the optimism. It's a great way to look at it. Are you saying you want to be part of the team that actually builds these systems to make life better for people?
I'm actually okay.
Huh,
So my
fair enough.
next question is that how can how can smart cities improve quality of life?
It's all about removing the friction from the day to day. Imagine not spending half your morning stuck in traffic or having a city that can actually tell you where a parking spot is open without you driving in circles for 20 minutes. It's also about safety and health, things like faster emergency response times and cleaner air. When the boring stuff like waste, water, and traffic just works, people have more time and energy for the things that actually matter. Do you think that would make people generally happier, or would we just find new things to complain about?
Okay, so my next question is that how
I'm
can
locked in.
governments prepare for AI powered cities?
Mm. I'm gonna guess you mean how can governments prepare for AI-powered cities again? Or maybe you're talking about a specific group called Warmax. If it's the government thing, we touched on it a bit, but I can definitely dive deeper into the actual steps they'd need to take. Which one is it? No worries, it's a weird word. Let's just stick to the governments for now since that's a bit more grounded. Or if you've got a completely different topic you want to jump to, I'm game. What do you think? Love the energy. Since you're game, do you want to keep exploring the
Okay,
future of
so
cities or
my
should
next
we
question
pivot
is
to something
that
completely
what
random?
existing smart city innovations do you expect by 2035?
By 2035, I think we're going to see modular infrastructure become a huge thing. Imagine roads that can actually charge electric vehicles while they're driving, or buildings with skins that breathe and filter smog out of the air. I also expect a lot more micromobility and integration, where your trip is a seamless handoff between an autonomous pod, smart bike, and walking path that optimizes itself for pedestrians. It'll feel less like, right? It's kind of exciting to think about. Do you think you'd actually use an autonomous pod to get around, or are you more of a drive yourself kind of person? Fair enough. It's a weird concept to wrap your head around when it's not actually here yet. Do you have any more questions on your list, or have we finally hit the end? I'm
Okay,
glad you think
so
so.
my
Since you're
next
feeling the
question is that what advice would you give students interested in smart city technology?
My biggest piece of advice is to stay curious about everything, not just the code. Smart cities aren't just a tech problem, they're a human problem. So I'd tell students to study sociology or psychology alongside their engineering. You can understand why people
Okay, so this was my interview with my AI. Oh, I hope you will like it and learn something new from this session. So thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.